Welcome back for some more content with Dr. Content, because as Rebecca Ferguson once said, it's never enough. Never, never. Never enough, because you jeez. You know, it wasn't actually... What are you doing here? Rebecca Ferguson, that voiced the singing. How long have you been there? This is my house. This is where I live. Oh. Well, since I'm here, are you working on anything? Mr. Davy boy? You got any more music or developments in your life? Anything going on? Since I'm so fascinated and interested in your life for some reason. Yeah, I guess the big one that everyone says is I'm gonna be a dad soon. But yeah, I made some music. But I guess being a dad's probably the more important one. Hey, congratulations! That's worrying! So the new music is, it's like an EP, it's 5 songs. It's called Crowning. That's not it. That ain't it. And the inspiration behind it is, of course, tied with being close to being a dad, and how that's going to be very life-changing. I figured I probably should do something with that. It's kind of necessary. Now, this is the part where you tell us that's a double entendre for all the riches that you've amassed, right? Nope, I'm still an NC teacher. You can look up how much I make. I'm not amassing anything except maybe some indigestion. Well, my friend, you've never been demonetized before, let me tell you. It was for deboning a chicken. Alright? I don't know how the YouTube algorithm even detects the clucks. How does that even happen? How does that work? Clucking, huh? Well, I guess that kind of reminds me of the first song that's on the EP, called Vocal Fry. And the vocal fry is like when you talk down here and it's like all fried and stuff. And the notion that I think I speak too much of my vocal fry. I try to act too much like an adult sometimes. I try to be too distant, too uncaring these days. And so I guess I was just kind of wondering, will my offspring follow suit? Will they try to forget their play, forget their notion of being child as they grow up? How much will they follow suit? Well, after listening to the entire EP, I have to say, what's with the clipping, Dave? Your music clips. It clips all the time. What, you shave your head too much? You got a mind full of clippings now? Is that what you're doing? You in the newspaper department? All that cleaning up the cat pee? Clipping cat pee? The next song I like the idea of. It's like, imagine if you were an old person with your child and they are also an old person. I think that's going to be a very unique time in our life, assuming we both make it to that stage. Looking at like my dad and his dad, or my mom and her mom, like it's such a unique part of life where it transitions from the parent taking care of the child to the child taking care of the parent. It's cool. Comparing poops. That's what you want? It'd be fun to know, or just to kind of compare what our lives are going to be like. Comparing poops? Well, we'll be comparing poops from day one. That's without question. This Is Where We're From is a reference to all the music that we'll be listening to at our home. Not just inside our home, but outside our home. On the weekends here, there's always like mariachi music playing around our house. We live in a wide kind of cultural neighborhood. Lots of different kind of cultures all around. And I don't know, I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna affect the kid, if at all, and how it would be neat if it did. Yeah, that's cool. How else do you plan on making your white privilege a thing all the time? I actually got Nathan Bowler, a friend of mine who stationed in Wilmington, to do a lot of the synth on that track. We actually recorded that in one take. He was over here in Raleigh, and we recorded that together, like all the music-y type parts that you hear. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, escapism is cool. It's rad. You're having a kid, right? You do realize you're having a kid? The next song, To Do Your Best, it's what you would expect. It's big cheese. It's me just kind of like talking to the kid and offering some advice that I feel like I've gathered through the years, even though it's big cheese. It's not very organized. It's kind of all over the place. Yeah, I'm smelling something. Something like cheese, because what is this? What is this line? Here, I have a copy of the lyrics right here. I don't care if your shoes and your legs don't match. Aren't you the one who's going to be supplying clothing for this child? Isn't that your fault? Continue. This is awesome. This is good. Yeah, so anyway, it ends off with a song called Need. It's like an acoustic type setting. I get to show off this beauty, the Bizuki the beauty. And I guess its main focus is the shift of my needs to their needs, to the kids' needs. And how it'll be interesting to see how my needs are very different from theirs, and who they interact with and who they find most important to them will be much different to the type of people and the kinds of people that were most important to me. And that's part of life. That's part of what we need to all experience, is knowing where our needs are and knowing who we are taking care of, what we are taking care of. Wow, that was a ride, Mr. Davy Wavy Gravy. But I need to go. I gotta go tweet a massive spoiler for some major comic book movie that I've never even watched yet. So, catch you later. Yeah, I don't watch too many comic book movies these days, but my wife and I just watched an oldie with Barbra Streisand called Funny Girl. Maybe you could watch that. No, that's okay, I just did. Remember, guys, tune in later for some more Doctor content right here at Content Land. Place. Thing.